I am Gilgamesh746. Welcome to another live stream here on Twitch. We're playing Magic Arena's Neon Arcade game mode. Once again, gotta finish off those styles, even though it's costing me a little bit of gold each time. Gonna wait.
It's fine.
Yo, Nick, welcome. Welcome, man. That was fast, dude. We've only been live 30 seconds and you're already here. Holy crap.
It's as if he has nothing else to do today.
Alright, well, welcome. I do the single event till we get all these styles. Didn't have a lot of luck with it last time. Hopefully we get better. This time I have not made any changes to the deck, which may have been a mistake. We will find out. Alright, thanks man, I appreciate it. Yeah, I know I have the schedule already up, so I do appreciate you tuning in. We have some news from the weekend. The Neon Dynasty, I'm calling it Destiny. Neon Dynasty Championship was over the weekend. Only on Arena. Day 1 was Historic, Day 2 was Alchemy. And man, I'm gonna keep this, I think. This is tough. What do you think, Colin? You seeing this? I think we got a mulligan actually, because we only have 3-drop.
Yeah, let's not risk it.
Alright, this is a little bit better. I'm gonna.
Yeah, because you only have. Yeah, you have no playables.
Gonna pitch the face to save it. Anyway, great. Eli Cassius, I think is his name, won the whole thing. Playing, I believe, playing Black-White Adventures in Alchemy and playing. Oh, what was he playing in Historic? Do you remember? I think it was Is It Phoenix? That sounds about right. I think he was playing Is It Phoenix. Tell me, I didn't. Yeah. Oh, of course not. I'm not that good. Damn, dude. Oh, that's a Rabid Bite. Pack Leader will take down the Lizard Blades. We need to draw our mid game, because all we have is a Pack Leader. Anyway, yeah, no, so it turns out no less than 10 cards that have been alchemized were played. Most of them were nerfed down, so, like, good job with alchemy there, guys. Doing its job. Alright, see ya, Tarask. Tarask is gonna cost 4 billion mana now. That is E11, I believe. Ugh. Anyway. Yeah, so I don't know, I guess you can argue that Alchemy's doing its job. Adventures won, Adventures have seen the hardest buffs. So I guess
the hardest buffs, but they did get a fair amount of, like, strengthening. They did get some better, I can't really explain it, they just got better.
Yeah, they got buffed. But that's what a buff is, you make a card stronger, Colin. I don't know, man.
I was arguing that they didn't get the strongest buff of everything. Again, I don't know what it really did. What other than that series of cards. I don't know where I'm going today. It's been a long weekend.
Alright, cool.
Starting off great.
Anyway. I suppose plus one more. Oh, because I drew cards this turn. Right, cool. Well, I think I'm just going to activate Ranger class anyway. Yeah, so. Great. Adventures got buffed and wins the whole game. Who would have thought? I don't know any other cards that were played. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet. Unfortunately, I was out of town last week. I was in. Yeah, no, I was in Durham for a hockey game, so that's why I was unable to view any of the games. But, yeah, that's what I was told happened. I do know that, a Japanese player, I forget his name, was playing against, I believe,
probably
Zach.
Can't pronounce it anyway.
Yeah, probably. Was playing against an American player. The Japanese player, remember, best of 3 is on a chess timer system. which is you get a set amount for the whole round, and if that timer runs out, you lose the round no matter what. They let that happen. Would have won the final game. Attacked for lethal. Ran out of time. Automatic loss. And I've heard a couple things about that. I'm going to crack a pack real quick because I did win that game. Colin, what pack should I crack?
2 masteries.
Yeah, 2 mastery orbs.
Let's go back to some Midnight Hunt.
Midnight Hunt, you got it. What do you think the rare is going to be? If we guess the rare correct, we get to crack another pack.
I'm Carlos.
I'm Carlos. I'm going to say... what do I say? I could go basic with, you know, a werewolf, but I think I'm going to go Chandra. No, there's no Chandra in the set. Hang on a second.
That's the next one.
Hang on.
We can do this. We remember cards.
I'm going to go with Catilda. Nope. Curse of Shaken Faith. Whenever a player or enchanted player casts a spell other than the first they cast, or copies a spell, they get shocked. Not horrible. And I'm going to get the Master Orbs real quick before I continue on with the recounting of the game.
This is 2 mana. If it was something like 5 or 6, it'd be absolutely awful.
I know. Let's see. Invoke the Winds, Invoke Justice, or Invoke Calamity. I think Invoke Justice is going to see more play. I'm going to go with Invoke Calamity. Jeez, that's such a strong card. Anyway. Right. So what happens is the Japanese player has lethal on board. Let's go back to there we go. Has lethal on board. Attacks for all. However, the time and round expires just as they're attacking, which leads to an automatic concession. The American player wins the game. I mean, I don't really know what else to tell you. Just don't let your time run down, I guess. You know?
It's a little strange, I think.
It's a completely avoidable loss.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a solid keep. Azusa's Many Journeys is going to come down, ramp us hard, and then we just slam Froghemoth turn after. Alright, so we can't attack, which is unfortunate. Monk of the Open Hand's very, very strong in this format.
Nick said, Pancake Pig in the chat just outplayed really well. I mean, about it, right?
Just
what
don't.
Are you playing that takes an hour total to just determine what you're doing? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I can barely sit and do something for an hour and focus on it. I can't play. It won't take me an hour to figure out what I'm doing in Magic because I don't really. I guess I don't take too long with decisions. I'm very impulsive, and I know what I'm doing ahead of time. Hopefully, I don't know. It's just a bit strange to me to think that you're sitting there, waiting a literal hour, trying to figure out what we're doing.
I don't mean to bash the guy. Obviously, you're seeing a higher competition, higher level of play. You're going to want to take your time and ensure that you don't make any mistakes. I agree with that. However, there's also Running Adventures, a deck that's really heavy on having a bunch of triggers happen, which will eat up your time on Arena 100% of the time. Along with that, he was playing Manlands. I don't believe Faceless Haven specifically. I know he was playing a Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I know his opponents was playing a Cave of the Frost Dragon. So it's not like they were playing slow. Alright, well, a 4/4 can't attack or block. That's frustrating. We gotta take down that Grandmaster of Flowers. Or at least attempt to kill it.
Grandmaster,
cancel that order.
Grandmaster, Grand Warden. Grandmaster, I guess.
Anyway. Right. So obviously I understand playing slow, and I am guilty of that. I will slow down my play, especially when I'm approaching lethal, when most players tend to speed up. That's when I try to slow down and think, is this the right play? Is this going to allow me to potentially win the game? All this stuff. And how do I get out of here? Well, hey, alright, we won. Cool. But, yeah, no, I think that's the right call for Wizards, not just to, especially in a live stream tournament, you know, say,
Yeah,
hey,
I gotta
look,
be
dude.
honest. If you're taking an hour, right? If you're taking an hour to to do stuff, I don't care what tournament it is. I'm going to call the judge over on you for stalling. I don't care.
I don't necessarily think he was intentionally stalling. I think
Obviously not, but it's just a bit strange to me to think it's really gonna take that long for you to see this.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna crack Call Time again. I like Call Time. I didn't get as many packs as I thought. I think it has the most alchemized cards out of anything, as you can see here. Out of any set in Standard. So, Colin, you have a much narrower shot since you see those two cards. One's a bonus alchemy. What do you think it's gonna be?
I only know 2 of them, so I'm gonna go with the Seeker's Chariot again.
I'm gonna say Alrund's Epiphany.
I got alchemized, really?
Yeah, it did. So did Alrund as well.
Forgot about that.
Alrund to make him stronger, I believe. Now, was he out? It's different. 5-drop 1/1. It's 1/1 for each. Choose a card to have the real top 3. Oh, so he gets a third. So the alchemy, you get to see a third card instead of 2 at the View Grandstone. Alright, I mean, that's such a minor buff, and I don't understand why they're buffing cards, you know? That's what I was going to talk about previously.
Right, yeah, that's a bit strange.
It feels like,
That is a bit strange.
you know, if you, to me anyway, if a card doesn't see play, I don't understand why you need to, like, alright, cool, let's make it better. I 100% agree that you should rework cards that are way too strong, but I don't necessarily think you should buff a card, you know? If a card misses the mark, it misses the mark.
Meta. Yeah, it's like trying to force the meta into something that shouldn't be, you know?
I mean,
there's a reason why adventures weren't ran in the first place. They weren't good. You didn't have to force it to be good.
well, adventures were strong, it's just they were underpowered. That's been the thing with a lot of new mechanics. You know, mechanics that are set specific. They underpower them a little bit just to ensure that they don't
take over
suddenly
the meta.
busted.
Yeah.
I mean, looking back on Energy when they missed the mark and made it way too strong, half of them had to be banned. The only payoff, Aetherworks Marbles, banned, what, 3 months? Other cards, Attune with Aether, the Rogue Aetherborn dude.
Aetherborn, yep.
I forget his name. He was banned. So they were trying to prevent that from happening. And I definitely agree with that. You should obviously have, you know, your new abilities balanced. Should be balanced. But the issue is all those cards that you're thinking of that I was listing off were mana efficient, or incredibly mana efficient. A 3-drop 3/2 draws a card, creates 2 energy. It's not busted because of the energy, it's busted because, you know, it's a 3-drop 3/2 that draws you a card. The energy is just extra. I think that was their biggest mistake. Or at least with energy, I should say. And now they're trying to do a very similar thing. I mean, oh well, here's what it is. Let's get back into it. We're playing against Mono White Aggro. I do think Mono Green has the edge in this matchup, notably because Mono Green can get to that late game a lot quicker and can force some really bad 3 and 2 for 1s here. I'm gonna lead with the low service itself. it's so good, dude. It is so good. We're just gonna ramp into Storm the Festival, too.
Yeah. And so I've been trying to make a little bit of a side story. I'm trying to make a Togo and Kadama of the East Tree. Yeah, East Tree. I get my cardinal directions confused. Commander, right? And I have in the deck a Cultivator Colossus card. You use Cultivator Colossus and one of the bounce lands, anything from Gruul Turf to Orzhov Basilica. Literally just play a land, it's the Basilica to your hand, or play the Basilica or Gruul Turf or whatever, bounce it to your hand, and draw a card. And you can repeat that for infinity. Or until you run out of cards in your deck. So if you have, say, I don't know, like a Fireball effect, call Fireball, or Banefire, or literally anything that is X damage, will pay X mana, deal X damage, you're going to win the game. You have Lotus Cobra on the field. Right? I mean, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
no, I'm listening, dude. I don't know.
I so want to do it. You don't need Kadama and Togo for it at all, but I so want to do it. It's never going to happen because I still have no budget for any of my decks. Unfortunate, but oh well. Get back to the game at hand. Sorry for that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm okay with that. You're gonna see the power of Storm the Festival, grabbing Springleaf Avenger and Ascendant Pack Leader, and now we double our power and toughness. We have a 12-10 to 6-4 coming down.
Definitely scary.
I mean, he can block the Pack Leader with the AO, and that's about it.
I mean, sure, but
well, AO
puts an AO is still pretty important.
AO puts 2 counters on that Spellbinder, and that's definitely but I don't think he'll be able to just outrace.
Yeah, it might be a clock, but you have a 12 whatever, and
no, so look at the top 7 cards. Any number of non-land permanents. CMC, total CMC 4 or less from one of them on the field. Faithbound Judge and Hopeful Initiate. Alright. I mean, I see his plan. I don't know. I probably would have just gone for the Spellbinder and just tried to race. It looks like that's going to be the case anyway with the Maul of Skyclaves. Probably the most annoying card I've played against in a while from this mono white deck. Giving +2/+2 first strike and flying. With a free equip, no less, is just annoying. Storm the Festival has been exiled, which is very unfortunate. Not that we're casting it anytime soon, though. We'll want that out of the way. Okay. We drew Old Gnawbone, which is gonna get us out of this. I think I do need to take the turn off and just play the LC and Caryatid, unfortunately. So we get to attack with a 12-10 though. So at least that's something. We got him on a decent clock. He must chump this thing pretty much every turn. He also does have Coven, so that Sun Gold Sentinel will be unblockable.
Yeah, that Coven ability is probably one of the stronger ones I've seen. I like some of the other ones a lot, most specifically the I believe it's Acrobatic Troop or whatever the heck it is.
Contortionist Troop, the Flying Graysons, basically.
That's really cool. I like the way that works, where you can just put it down as an XX and give yourself Coven, essentially, not at a win, but just give yourself Coven. Very nice way to do it, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, oh, does he just have? Can the judge attack? There's 3 more judgment counters, so it can attack. Crap. All right, we may just lose this game. Warring Earth doesn't really do us much good. We can't cast Old Gnawbone either. Well, that taps for 2, 3, so we have 7. So even we play Old Gnawbone, I don't think that does anything for us. I'm gonna play it anyway. He has to chump our Springleaf Avenger, but he has the Usher the Fallen for that. He's 2 lethal threats in air, though, which I think just gets us. I mean, even with double the power and the toughness, we can't get through that 5/5 with anything else. We just gotta attack with our Springleaf. He's gonna chump with the Usher, and then we take lethal on the ground or in air. Man, dude, I know Maul and Skyclaves didn't give the Spellbinder flying, but it's such a frustrating card. A 3-drop equipment that gives +2/+2 and flies and first strike is just so backbreaking, you know?
Yeah, it's hard for Storm the Festival. Even Storm the Festival will keep up with it.
And he's got us. I mean, damn, I hate this card. I hate a lot of cards. Turns out I hate a lot of cards, but just, it feels so, again, artificially good. And an artifact like this doesn't need to have, for the mana cost, doesn't need to have 4 different abilities. And that's, again, that's what it comes back to, you know? Everything just tends to do way too much in this current standard. I mean, I'm not saying everything needs to be a vanilla, like 4-drop 3/3. I'm not saying that. So please don't misconstrue it as such. A card like Maul of the Skyclaves that gives 3 different abilities and auto-equips, like a good stats boost, 2 relevant abilities, free equip, it's way too much, you know? Yeah, I know, just run removal, sure, but like, especially in Singleton, you can't guarantee you'll have removal. So I find that argument, frankly, stupid. And since there's a good question.
Sorry to cut you off.
Alright.
There's a question from...
Artificially good, naturally good? Okay, so artificially good I see as something that's just intentionally jacked up for the sake of it, just pushed. Let's make it real good, you know? So anything that does like 7 different abilities for its mana cost, or more abilities for its mana cost. I know that's kind of like a stupid description, it's, you know, seems arbitrary, but think of any commander, right? Most commanders are fine, you know, decent couple abilities for their stats. I'm not talking about those as artificially good, so I'm kind of confused why I brought it up, but that's beside the point. Just a good card is, you know, most sagas tend to be fine. Rabid Bite, you know, that's a good card. Target creature bites on their creature. Paladin class, a good card. Not like intentionally pushed, just, you know, you get what you put into it. Mana efficient and all this stuff. Animar, who's definitely artificially good. Exactly. Then there's the Pothead, you know? 2-drop 2/2 lifelink, enchantments cost 1 less. That's fine, honestly. I don't have any issues with it.
Really bring up Animar? Come on.
Animar, Soul of the Elements.
Oh, come on.
Anyway. But again, just... what's another card that pisses me off? Artificially good. Oh, Sunrise Stampede, or whatever the crap it is. That 3-drop, target creature gets 2 counters, lifelink, vigilance, indestructible, haste. Yeah, that's artificially good. Let's give it 4. Let's give something 5 relevant abilities. Get fucked. You know? There's nothing you can do about that. Anyway, we're gonna take 6 here from the Pothead and the Wolf. Oh well. I'm just gonna kill the Pothead. This thing's super annoying. I know it. Like, it looks like he's smoking weed, right? Am I the only one who doesn't see that?
It does kind of look like that. It does kind of look like he's got like a bong or something in his hands.
Exactly. So, okay.
Would agree.
I see a lot of the cards that have been alchemized to be better. I see that as artificially good too. Like, oh crap, this card, we need to make this card better. Let's just chuck a ton of abilities onto it and call it a day, you know? I think that's stupid as hell. I don't know. Things that kind of frustrates me, because that seems like 90% of the cards in Standard now, you know? Cards that have 9 million different abilities, and they must have 9 million different abilities, unless you know, or otherwise you're just not running it. Because it's frustrating to play against, it's frustrating to deal with, because suddenly you're getting outvalued because your 1-drop 2-1 with 3 abilities isn't good anymore. I don't know. I know it sounds like I'm salty, and I kind of am, but just, it don't make no sense to me, you know?
Standard does have a power creep. I thought when, I think it's Vampire Pit Fighter, it's a 1-mana 2-1 with an ability. Rare.
Exactly.
I thought I was going to see a ton of play, because it's a 1-mana 2-1. Like, where did we go from it? Even though its ability is kind of rough. How does it get any better than that? It's a 1-mana 2-1. And now we're pulling out stuff like... I mean, it's also rare. But we also have stuff like... If you want to talk about power creep, we also have our good old friend Reinforced Rana, which is a 1-mana 2-2 with haste, even though it gets bounced to your hand, with a good ability.
I wouldn't say it's power creep, though. That card's once you start playing it, it's a lot worse than you think it is. I know that sounds a little nuts.
So comparing apples to apples, it's got 2 good abilities. Sense that it's got haste, you can attack for 2 on turn 1. It's a relevant artifact creature type.
Look, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that's a good card, Colin. I'm just saying it's worse than you think.
Better than the Pit Fighter. I know it's worse than I think, but it's still better than the Pit Fighter. Should bring back 6-mana 4/4s with 1 keyword. Oh man, those were good times. Those are good times. I have a 6-mana 5/5 as a commander. I've got a Mid-Mizzet. That's a good card. Who's ever complained about him? I don't think.
Because again, Mid-Mizzet is such a busted ability. Every single instant sorcery just reads draw a card, and I'm not. That's way too drastic. I'm not advocating for that specifically. I know it sounds like I might be. Again, that's...
We certainly don't need it back.
We don't... I'm not saying Standard... I know this sounds like old man yells at cloud, you know? Like, you know, back in my day, Standard was so much better when, you know, all the cards were 50 Black Lotuses and 4 Lightning Bolts and that's all you needed. No. Of course not. I think Standard... Magic has come a lot. Magic's come a long way since, you know, 25 years ago when it started.
Didn't want the extra treasure, Corey?
You didn't want the extra treasure.
You might be able to cast Old Nullbone.
How would I have gotten the extra treasure? What? Oh, I see.
Seeker's Chariot.
Alright, fine. I think you're in a bit of delay, Colin. Old man Gilgamesh. Yeah.
No, I know I'm on a bit of a delay. I'm just saying you didn't want the treasure after you didn't select the treasure. Like, come on, dude.
No, I did not want the treasure.
Oh.
Colin, he goes to 13. I think we just have lethal on board.
Yeah, I know, but the memes, it's like sending a banning the post every time you win or you're about to leave.
So hang on, he blocks what? 4 takes 7. Oh crap! This may not be lethal. If I activate Faceless, I get all the snows back anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Fuck, we just got jam. If he kills us, he kills us. Put in the lowest, just in case.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, just enough. Alright, cool.
Hey, you're good. What are you talking about?
Alright, I can't... 13 with 4 different creatures? I don't know. See, if we didn't go for that wolf, it wouldn't be exactly lethal. He could have found a way out of it.
It was a little bit more than exactly lethal, I want to point out.
But we needed the wolf for it.
A little bit more.
Anyway, I'm just... All I'm complaining about is I just don't like how every single color has 9 ways to get value. Get, you know, 9 different abilities for a 1-drop. I know that sounds nuts, like... Crap. No game. Please don't load me into a game immediately, please. Alright, cool. And I know a lot of players like that playstyle of, oh, well, you know, this one card gets me 5 different cards in the long run and all that stuff. And that's great. I think that's fine. There's definitely room for it, but not every color should be able to do that. And every color can right now. It just makes every matchup feel the same. I don't know. You're up, Colin. What pack you want to crack?
Let's go back to Kamigawa.
Kamigawa, you got it. Alright, what do you think the rare's gonna be?
In honor of Pancake Pig in the comments, we're going to go with the Sekiro Shadows Die Twice boss, Ishin.
Alright, Ishin. I'm gonna say Tezzeret. What do we got? Surge Hacker Mech, 4/4 Menace when ETBs deals
cool.
damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control to target creature or planeswalker and opponent controls.
That's really cool.
Oh,
I like that card a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better ones. Definitely one of the better vehicles from this set. Keep going to Blade. I don't know why. Yeah, no, I agree with you too. I think for what it is at, I think Standard's very, very balanced. Every deck does similar things, but has very similar win rates, I believe. This could be, I could be mistaken. But you got your mid-range deck, you got your control deck, you got your aggro. And, I mean, you got runes, which is praise on aggro, but we're going to ignore that for now. You know, mid-range gets eaten by control, gets eaten by aggro, gets eaten by mid-range, and the cycle continues. It's a rock, paper, scissors match. And I'm okay with that. Because I'd much rather have, you know, 20 different decks viable than just 2, but the issue is, all 20 feel like the exact same, you know? Your mono white aggro is 90% removal attached to creatures, your mono green aggro is 90 is big creatures with removal attached to a couple spells, and so it's effectively, it's still an aggro match, there's still going to be similarities, it's just, I don't know. Your runes deck combos off on like turn 3 because F you, and if you don't have a board wipe or targeted removal spell, you're going to lose. It's just, I don't know.
You need a board wipe. You just need, like...
targeted removal, I know.
Yeah, you need a lot of... If you don't have a board wipe, you need a lot of removal.
Exactly, that's the thing. All those threats are so sticky, you know? The Kami of Transience just comes back every time an enchantment hits your bin. You got Restoration of Jango to recur it. It's frustrating to deal with. And I'm not saying... I know people are going to be like, haha, get good, loser, but like... I don't know, it's just frustrating when you're trying to play a jank-ass Duracell red deck and you're only playing against Naya runes. And of course that's what's going to happen. In Magic, you want to win the games, you're going to play the best deck for it. Arena actively punishes you for spending wild cards on weaker decks. I know that. I just wish Standard was a bit lower power level. And see that? It's funny. What happens every time is around this time people complain that's too high power, and then like it goes up and down constantly, you know? You'll have ridiculously overpowered sets and people flip their shit, and then you have a ridiculously underpowered set and people bitch about it too. So it's, you can't win.
You really can't find a win, yeah. You really can't find a good win.
Which, I don't know, is pretty funny to me. I don't know about anyone else, but I mean, it also makes me want to cry, but that's beside the point. We're going to ignore that. Let's get into the game. Looks like we're playing against Mono Black Snow Control. One of the more annoying decks to play against. However, we got Toski. Toski's a sticky threat, very difficult to deal with. The only way to deal with it is a Meat Hook Massacre, and with Inscription of Abundance in hand, I don't think we're going to let that Toski die anytime soon. Toski's also going to draw us a ton of cards. Whenever a creature deals damage to an opponent, you draw a card. Pretty good. Add to its 1/1 indestructible, the only downside of it's 4 mana. Which is nice.
Yeah, that's a downside. A 4 mana 1/1 that must attack.
Yeah, I mean, I can't block.
Hope you're ready for some mind games.
Kato's gonna loot immediately.
Toski can block.
It can block the first turn. Anyway, Kato's gonna come down and loot, which is odd. Usually you see him come down and immediately give 2 a ninja, especially since he phases out and cannot be attacked. I don't know if I like that play from our opponent. Clearly, I don't have a choice. So I should not have played that. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna attack for 4. I should not have played that Dormant, especially since I really want to keep up Insertion of Abundance. That was such a bad idea. Oh well, it's fine. We're fine. It's fine. We're gonna draw like a 3-drop or something, and it's all gonna be fine. Or we'll draw a 1-drop and a 2-drop, so it's fine anyway.
Xtoski says each creature.
Yep, card each
That's
creature.
a really nice card. I only know one other card that does that. Well, I say one other, but I only know one other card that says draw 1 for each, and that is shit. It's Tovolar, right?
Tovar draws card for
Tovolar's
each
like the
werewolf
only
that
other card in
connects.
Standard, yeah. Only one other card that does that, I believe, in Standard. Usually they all say whenever a creature deals combat damage, not whenever each individual creature.
Yep. Anyway, lost Spider Queen from our opponent.
You could have such power.
One of the most dangerous cards to play, especially against a deck that's lacking Trample.
Our eyes are
This is gonna get a little tricky.
I think I gotta use Toski to fight one of the spiders. I don't like doing that, but I think I'm gonna have to. Because we gotta start. We gotta get through these things very quickly.
Yeah, you do gotta get through.
So we'll take out a spider. We'll play the Dormant Grove. That'll get a counter on the pack later. And we can attack kind of freely through this.
Annihilation.
It's not ideal. I'm tempted just to slam Storm the Festival, so I think... Yeah, because we can hit some real good stuff out of this one. So I'm just going to play Storm the Festival. That gets a treasure, gets a counter on the pack later. Uvenwald Oddity and Basika's Chariot where it hits. So I think we're in real good shape. And still slam Azusa's Many Journeys, but I don't think that's necessary right now. I think we just jam all at face. Like, that's a lot of damage coming across. He has no real good blocks, and that Uvenwald Oddity has Trample. If he wants to kill the Tenacious Pup, he's got it. I mean...
Oh well.
If he wants to kill a pack later, he's got it. Oh well, that's 6 damage and 3 cards. I mean...
He loses a couple, well, I say good tokens.
He just recreates them on his turn with the law.
Yeah, he gets more tokens actually out of it.
So,
But
even though...
you could just transfer him the Uvenwald Oddity. It's a
Do
lord
what
and
I
gives everything
demand.
trample and haste, right? It's just trample.
Trample and Haste.
Trample and haste, because why not?
Well, it doesn't matter. We drew Froghemoth, so... That's...
Already has trample and haste.
Exactly. There's...
Now this
This is a very difficult position for our opponent. He was in
Just
the
doesn't
combo.
know it. I mean, good thing with the lost little spider tokens is that they're only
My children.
You know, you can
only
just
2
choose
ones.
not. Hold on a second. I see you in the comments. You can just choose not to continue the chain. You don't have to copy the next spell.
Why wouldn't you?
If you have Infinite Row, right, and somebody kills the Row, which first off, I think you'll. No, you can. Never mind. You have 3 specific ways to do it on the stack, so ignore me. Ignore that point. However, you can just simply choose not to copy the next spell.
Why wouldn't you?
Because you'll lose the game.
Oh well.
I think that's the best reason to not continue the chain. Period. You know?
I already said I do this for infinity. It's like, okay, well, I just kill your route before you do it. I'm like, okay, alright, I still do it for infinity.
Well, the issue is the board state changed, so you can simply say, alright, cool, I'm not doing that.
But I'm a man of my word, Corey. I must.
Well, it doesn't matter. Even if you say I do this for infinity, first off, yes, you have to specify a number if you say you'll do that. So automatically, you have to say I do it for 1,000,000
1
times.
nonillion, that's what I said. You happy? There's a number, by the way.
Infinity's not a number, it's a concept.
It's a nonillion. 1 nonillion is how many zeros? 3,
Yeah, come on.
6, 9, 12, 15, 16. I get 15 to 16. 15.
Anyway, cool, we won the
18,
game and got
21,
our money back plus extra.
4, 27, 30. 30 zeros.
Look at that art, dude. Look at the lizards. Oh, this is... I love the art for this set.
Lizard blades. I hate to throw shade on this, but how do those lizard blades move?
I think...
How do they move forward?
The regular art's a lot more concise. It's like a lizard with its dagger, or with its tail being a dagger.
Yeah, like I like that art, but I don't know. The cool anime art's pretty cool.
Cool anime art is pretty cool. We gotta get that as a quote.
It is cool. I feel like
Anyway,
a lot of them, like the Reckoner Bankbuster is probably the best by far.
I do like the Reckoner Bankbuster a lot.
Probably the best one by far.
I
Just
don't.
see.
Oh, that's a Jesus. Keep hitting the play blade. This is probably one of the least intuitive menus I've seen in a while. I don't mean to slam it because it's at least you don't see menus like this, so at least it's kind of cool. It's just real frustrating to.
Ooh, Ashiok is freaky. This isn't the first time that they've done anime art. You remember the Spark ones that they had?
Yeah, Spoiler Spark's pretty nice.
Ashiok is freaky. She looks like a literal nightmare demon instead of being an actual nightmare demon. It's freaky.
Alright, cool. Anyway, let's jump into game 2 here. Or game 1 of the second round. Yeah, I'm keeping this. This is solid.
Yeah, for a rough start to this, we've caught our footing. This event, at least.
Yep, I mean, turn 1 Tenacious Pup into Pack Leader's pretty good. I could save it, but nah. We're just gonna go full aggro. It looks like he's mono white aggro, so getting that quick start is absolutely critical because that's where you're gonna go down early against mono white. So currently our opponent does not have double white, which is, you know, a good thing. A lot of mono white cards, a lot of mono white's cards tend to be double white. At least their bombs tend to be. The fact that he's grabbing Sciences off Professor of Symbiology is very nice. It means he's going to take the turn off next turn, or at least hopefully take most of the turn off. You can still have 2 mana open with the treasure. Does not look like that's going to be the case though. I'm going to play your Spire Sentinel, just jam. I don't anticipate Snakeskin Veil being too useful, so if I can get it as a 1-for-1 against this Professor, I'm really happy. Along with that, it's going to come over for an additional point of damage. I prefer Snakeskin Veil to the, whatever it's called, the new one from War of the Spark. Or War of the Spark. Tameo Safekeeping, there it is. For a number of reasons. The first being that even though you gain 2, hexproof, whatever, I do think it's a lot better because of that counter. Just, you know, it sticks around, does more in the long term.
Yeah, counter does stick around longer. It just helps if there's a board wipe. I mean, obviously both cards.
Yeah, both cards are solid. I'm not saying there's a reason. I'm not saying either one's bad.
Where you want one over the other, right?
Exactly. They're both highly situational cards. But for situational cards, I'd much rather the effect last longer. In the fact that, you know, you get the counter to stick. Both are in the deck, of course. You know, they're both solid. There's no reason not to run either. I just think that, again, if you're going for combat tricks, you want the effect to last. Like, I run a heroic deck in Pauper. I don't think that there's not a lot of combat tricks in that deck, ironically, but the ones that are the ones that leave a lasting effect, because then you're just throwing away a card. Again, not quite. I mean, obviously there's different abilities, and you know, I'm trivializing a lot of it here, so I'm gonna try to avoid that. But that's effectively the moral of the story. I see no reason to flash in the Springleaf Avenger. Well, actually, if we just jam with all.
What do you think? Yeah, what do you think isn't gonna get blocked? I would say probably.
I think you have to block the Oddity and the Pack Leader.
Well,
yeah, there's the block on the Oddity.
He doesn't block the top.
Still blocking the Oddity, which means that the Oddity just comes back. Get to Ninjutsu.
Ninjutsu on the pup, so we can get the triggers. It's really good. Really good. We're
It's lethal. Well, it's lethal now because it's 6 extra damage. That's the game.
Oh, right. Yeah, that too. We don't even need the Oddity anymore.
The funny thing is, even if he did live, that Springleaf Avenger would have dealt damage to him, which would have got the oddity back to her hand anyway, so it didn't even matter.
Even if he did live, the oddity was coming back. Might also have a counter on due to the pup.
Exactly. Dude, a set of ninja is absolutely nuts, especially since the ninjutsu's only 4 mana.
There are actually a couple green ninjutsu cards and a couple green ninjas. Fang of Shijiki's another. It's just a 1 mana 1/2, I think. 1/1 with that touch. I mean, it is what it is.
Crap. I got crack a pack. No! Alright, cool. You got out of there. Yeah, go on, Colin.
There's also a Kappa Tech Wrecker.
The Ninja Turtle!
Ninja Turtle, yeah. Ninja Turtle. He enters with a death touch counter on it. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may remove the death touch counter and exile your artifact or enchantment that player controls.
Dude, I'll be pissed if there's not a secret layer conjunction with this set. That's just the Ninja Turtles, Splinter, Shredder, etc. It'll be so cool. I'm gonna go with Kaldheim as my pack for that W. What do you think the rare is gonna be, Colin?
Let's go swinging for the mildly low fences here, and we'll go with Nico.
I'll say Hengate Pathway, Pyre of Heroes, Birthing Pod for Tribal, and Sorcery Speed. The Clark deck made a very good use of that. Holy crap, dude. I'm shocked that deck died off. I guess it's a little too slow compared to now, but oof, dude, that dealt damage. Popping off. Alright, well, you just jinxed it. Thanks. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, it's one of those. I will never say, like, I will say I think I know what he has in his hand, but I will, if it really is going to hurt us, I will never say what the card is. It's just like saying, you can't say the words shutout in hockey if there's a shutout going. Can't say perfect game if there's one going. You can't say no hitter in baseball. There's a lot of superstitions. There's no, you can't jinx it. You can't even talk to a pitcher if they have a perfect game going too.
Yeah, it could distract him. I mean,
distract him. You need to make him sit and think about what he's doing.
The issue is that this is a singleton format, so it's very difficult for decks to be very consistent, which I guess is the idea.
There's some trickiness there.
However, it's kind of similar to what I was saying earlier, like artificial difficulty. There's 3 things going on. Not only is this alchemy, so it's already got some weird effects going on. Not only is this a singleton format, but you also have this high score thing. So you have this high score emblem. So there's 3 different things you gotta keep track of, and for someone who doesn't play alchemy, it can be kind of challenging. I mean, look at this. For, you know, a singleton hand, that's what's gonna happen. You can be stuck with all early game or all late game. Fortunately, we got what looks like a decent mix of both, so I think we'll be fine. And Neverwinter Dryad's a nice start. So, I mean, it's one of the more rough hands that we've had to keep, but we have to keep it. I'm not going to crack that treasure this turn, because I think we're going to need it to get that Froghemoth down as soon as humanly possible.
Azuz's Major is a nice draw.
Such a good draw. That means that we get Froghemoth down next turn with an additional counter thanks to the Tenacious Pup. It's very difficult to deal with a Trample Haste.
Especially on his turn 3.
Exactly, it's so... His turn 2, you mean? It's so difficult to deal with.
Turn 2, yeah. Even on turn 3, it's pretty tough to deal with.
Yeah, I mean... Trample Haste with an additional counter. Still some treasure left behind so we can crack that Neverwinter Dryad if we really need to. Fortunately not superstitious. Well, I don't think I am either, it's just I'd rather have no luck than bad luck, right?
Yeah, like I don't do all the craziness to make it so that I have a bunch of good luck, but I do want to make sure that, you know. You'll never see me walk under a ladder and I will freak out when I break a mirror.
Yeah, but like walking under a ladder is just common sense, dude. Who knows what's on top of that thing? Don't want that thing falling on you. America Dominathi. Okay. mean, I don't think he's going to want to choose each player sacks a creature. That's he loses Dominathi pretty quickly. Yeah.
Cards like that where you have choices but you have to select, you know, you can only select the one. It just kind of either sits there and does nothing or it just kills you. I love cards like that.
Yeah. Haphazard Bombardment's another one that I can think of off the top of my head that's very similar.
Oh, that's my favorite card. That was one of my favorite cards in the Dominaria. It's so useless, but it's so funny.
Dude, there was a
Of course, hang on. Haphazard Bombardment is, I think, a 5-drop enchantment.
6-drop, 6 or 7.
6-drop enchantment. It's a 6-drop enchantment, and when it enters, you choose 6 non-enchantment permanents. I've never seen non-enchantment permanents. And they get a counter on them, a specific counter on them. Your end step, choose one permanent with a counter on it at random to destroy. There are 2 or more. There's one that lives through the bombardment. It's hysterical.
Yeah, there was a, I believe Pro Tour Dominaria. Someone drafted that, pack 1, pick 1, ends up rolling with it the whole way through. If I remember correctly, when they play it, their opponent has 3 non-land permanents that they can choose. Hits every single one of them. Absolutely brutal to watch.
It took a couple turns to hit, but... You know.
Oh yeah, it took a couple turns, but at that point, he got 3 for 1 off that enchantment. Avoided stone raining his opponent too, which was nice.
Avoided stone raining your opponent. I feel like everyone wants to stone rain your opponent.
Not at that point. Not at that point in the game. Anyway, it looks like we're going to lose this one.
No, I forgot it was a Strixhaven special card.
Haphazard Bombardment was printed there? That's
Stone
awesome.
Rain.
Oh, Stone Rain, yeah, of course. I was going to say, I don't think Haphazard Bombardment saw a reprint.
I forgot it was a mystical archive. Imagine getting that in draft. That's evil.
Dude, it's such a funny card.
That is evil.
Anyway, we're going to take a hit from the Limerith here. Take 5 and he draws a card, I believe. He definitely doesn't have fewer than 3 cards, so it's only 1. Kato Shizuki. Yep, it's going to loot. Thing is, it opens an attack with our opens up an attack with our Briar Bridge Tracker, so I don't know if I like that play from our opponent. But he's also at 19 to our 16 with the lifelinker, so what do I know? Fortunately, Boseiju doesn't really do us too much good on this board. We can blow up his treasure. And
yeah, that's worth it.
Sure. I may as well hold on to it.
Yeah, you never know what people are running.
Exactly. It's such a good card, honestly. All the legendary lands are Django. You're gonna see here, our opponent taking on the Briar Bridge Tracker. Django's easily one of the best.
Told you we should have destroyed the treasure.
I mean, sure, dude, sure, but that's such a waste.
You should have destroyed the treasure.
I mean, it's such a waste. I take 8 here. He's gonna draw a card. This is probably the beginning of the end. Each creature with flying death touch a lifelink, so we're actually gonna make it 9, 10, 10, right? 10. We take 10, we get a 6. This game's basically over unless we can find a way to answer that Henrika. I don't think we'll find a way. Such a brutal flood, too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 7. Such a pack leader, like that really matters too much. Makes a ninja, so it's a guaranteed kill next turn. Unless I
Bet you can't catch us.
have a Book Caretaker's cool, but it's not going to do it, unfortunately. I don't even think it's going to resolve, to be honest with you. Man, so much for popping off.
I mean, it wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't.
Just had that one. If we got that Frog Behemoth result to actually hit him, it would have been really, really good.
Of course, Magic's full of what ifs, but the biggest issue is we just flooded out there. Singleton's so difficult to plan for, you know? It's... The main goal in Magic, the reason why competitive decks are competitive is because they are as consistent as they possibly can be. They're optimized. Singleton takes that and completely gets rid of it. That's not a bad thing necessarily. Commander is probably the most well-known, probably the most played format in Magic, just because of how easily accessible and how there's something for everybody in Commander. And because it's as inconsistent, it means that everyone kind of has a chance. It's okay, you still pop off. Yeah, let's hope. Oh, we definitely will here. Alright. Vorinclex, Ascendant Pack Leader, Neverwinter Dryad, and Toski. Along with enough
we can
land.
get to the Vorinclex. I'm not really sure how much that's going to help us, but, you know, Vorinclex is still
It's a
pretty cool.
6/6 Trample Haste. What do you want from it? Man!
The other abilities.
Alright, its other abilities have stuff to do with counters. There's Naya Runes deck that exists. That uses counters. Obviously, you're not going to see it played here, but... Anyway. I'm going to offer the trade with the Pack Leader for the Monk. Don't think he takes it. So the plan here, he's probably going to do stuff for enough spells for that Monk to transform, get some counters on it, which Vorinclex stops, by the way. We're going to block the Neverwinter, crack it to get a treasure. Then we play land, Toski, Rumble with the 3/2 Pack Leader. Then turn after is land Vorinclex, 6/6 Trample Haste. Rumble with a billion creatures. Or Rumble with Toski, Pack Leader, and Vorinclex. So I think we're in good shape. I don't really understand this trade from our opponent. I guess he wants to keep us off our lands, but with an emblem like this, it's not really the smartest
It doesn't really matter
play.
that much, yeah.
Sungold Sentinel is very nice. Exile a card from a bin is not really relevant. However, 3/2 that can become unblockable with Coven's always nice. Anyway, we'll play Toski. So trigger the high score emblem and Pack Leader. I'm gonna send the Pack Leader at him because Toski's a decent blocker. If he trades Pack Leader for Sungold, that is fine. Just realized we're not gonna play Vorinclex next turn. I can't math because that's only 3, 4, 5. Alright, well, we're still fine. I mean, we can activate Lair of the Hydra if we really need to attack. Usher the Fallen from our opponent. Not a blocker for that Toski, though, so... Looks like Toski will get in for some damage. In Search of Greatness isn't really what we wanted to see there, unfortunately. Still a decent card and allows us to scry. Crap, hit the Wandering Emperor. Crap.
I feel like they're just...
The one clean answer he has to
make-
Toski. God damn it, dude.
Yeah, I feel like they're just running out of ways to make Planeswalkers unique
This
in a way.
is what you get for hurting my people.
I don't want to... Now I'm going to Google it, make sure I'm not the only... that is the only one.
Doing with Flash? No, Teferi has Flash. I believe Teferi has Flash. I don't know for certain.
Yeah, now I gotta Google it. Alright.
Apparition's gonna probably take care of that in Search of Greatness, which is a bold choice. I don't know if I would have done that. I think I would have held the Apparition, to be honest with you.
Teferi Slows the Sunset does not have Flash.
No, the other Teferi. The M21, I think.
Walker has Flash, yes.
Anyway, well, Vorinclex.
You can't activate his abilities on that turn, though, that you flashed him in. You might be able to flash him in, but you can't use his abilities.
Anyway, Vorinclex comes down, slams the Wandering Emperor.
See you later.
Oh, that's funny. Anyway, the mono white deck tends to put a ton of counters on things, so at the very least, Vorinclex will shut that down pretty well. We do have Ranger class in this deck as well, and see if one clocks.
Feeling
Cool.
Okay, that was our only synergy with me anyway.
Well, Ranger class and Azusa Sagas, it'll put 2 counters on it, which may not be great, because I think it just skips. It either triggers twice or just skips. I can't remember which. There's our Ranger class. Alright.
And so we would have had double counters or something.
Yeah, that's
As that always
unfortunate,
happens.
but it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna take another hit, because I don't really want to trade our only creature at this moment. Man, alright, it just drew 2 off the Inquisitor Captain. That sucks. We're also at 12. It's a fairly low life total for the moment. Especially since we don't have any ways to gain life. And especially since he just drew 2 cards off Inquisitor Captain. Or no, he didn't. Sorry, my bad. One creature goes on the field, the other goes into his library.
Yeah,
Hold
random card.
on. Yes, there are 20 more cards. It seems to be 30 less. Your bin, hand, library. Oh, that is a dope art lion sash. Do have 2 permanents in the bin for that to exile, so that will get pretty big. Take the 3 from the Usher. Sucks, but we gotta find a creature that's a bit bigger than what he's got right now, or else we're in real bad shape. I think the play might just be... Alright, well,
Deactivate the Ranger class.
yeah, I think we're gonna have to. Play land, grab a
Mana for it
green.
too, especially with the low scope coming down.
Come on, old growth. Okay, that's not old growth. That's actually really good. Inscription of Abundance is huge in this scenario.
And unfortunately, we can't play at the moment because it's kind of
We can't, but I don't
stuck
think...
on the top of the library.
Thing is, I don't think we're dead. If he activates Faceless, we block the Usher, take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we'd have to block the Usher and the Apparition. 3, 6, 7, 8. So we take 8 and go to 1, but we would be left with a 2/2 token with Inscription on the top. So that would be able to turn that thing into a 4/4. We'd gain 4 and fight something, probably kill off the Lion Sash. And we trade for something else. So at the very least, we're probably going to live through this turn. Especially with an attack like that. We use the Lowe's Cobra
So
on the
I don't think
Usher.
we're screwed. Here,
We're not
obviously.
screwed, we're taking 5. But thanks to Inscription of Abundance on the top, we should be in better shape. We will be in better shape next turn. Unfortunately, that Lion Sash will have a ton more gas. Oh, so he can exile his own things, can he? Okay.
He can. It's any card he wants.
Alright, that complicates things a little bit. We take 7, 8, 9. No, he just is lethal. If he has 2 more permanents in his bin, which I'm 1000% sure he does. But he doesn't want to exile those. That would have been the game right there.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to be exiling my own stuff anyway, but, you know.
Well, it's mono white, doesn't really have recursion. That would have been a lethal attack. It still probably will be next turn. However, with Inscription, you never know. Oh, Mask Exhibition. Alright, cool. We just have Faceless on top, so all we can do is pass turn. Alright, this will be a lot closer than I'd like. I don't think we're going to win this game. So, there's that. Didn't help, we, again, kind of flooded out, and our opponent just had all the answers. I mean, there's very few things that can give it a Toski, but he found it.
Yeah, well, it's pretty impressive, honestly. Getting the answer to Toski.
Yep. Okay. So I have to... Here's what I'm going to do. If I do this main phase, I can take out the Skyclave, I can jump... I think I'm going to do this now. Inscription, I'm going to kick it, 2 counters, gain X, target creature fights. 2 counters, I'm going to gain 1 life. I'm going to fight the Apparition. So at least that'll take out another creature. It'll gain us 4, so we'll go to 6. We can use that 2/2 token to chump the Lion Sash. Because we know it's probably not going to kill it. Or we know we won't be able to kill it.
It needs to kill it, right? Well, I mean...
We just need to chump it.
Yeah, we just need to chump it, get
And we take out the Faceless. We take 5 and go to 1.
Okay,
and we
we're still
just
alive.
can't hit a goddamn spell, dude. Well, automatically we die because we don't have the,
You don't have anything, yep. Dang.
Jesus
Man, work
Christ,
for it.
that sucked. I mean... I don't know. Ranger class is usually able to superpower you through those turns. The fact that that hit only lands, and, you know, a non-creature spell absolutely sucks. The fact that we had to keep a 4-lander and just drew another land into it was pretty shit, too. Soul Ripper and Tameshi, though, are pretty cool. I do like these styles. We have enough to keep going, and it's only 1 o'clock, so I think we're going to. Again, that's the issue with Singleton, but the thing is, you know, both players are on an even playing field. We're both playing Singleton. It just sucks when your opponent has the answer to your, you know, pretty much
Yeah, the stuff that they
unanswerable
need to win the
threat.
game, I know. It's a bit annoying.
It might just be a coincidence. Of course it could be a coincidence. You know, it probably is.
Yeah,
Or the game
Singleton,
just
it's
really
magic.
doesn't like the fact that we went 5 and 2 and was like, alright, get fucked, you know?
It does feel like the game sometimes gets a little rigged against you.
Oh, of course. It
I've
feels that
been
way,
on
but
Reddit
the thing is, it
plenty of
isn't.
times, yeah.
It's proven. It isn't. Why would it be rigged against you and all this list of things? I know I say this every stream. So
If it's rigged against someone, it's rigged for someone else.
Exactly,
And
why the
there's
hell would it
just
be
not
rigged
enough-
for? There's very few reasons for it to be rigged for someone else. You know, because it's not worth discussing anymore. We know it's not rigged. We can prove it. Yada yada. Anyway, right. I do like this keep. Kanzandu Valley / Kanzandu Mammoth is real nice, especially if you're a little low on mana. Forsworn Paladin's an interesting play.
That was my Heroes promo.
Yeah, I believe I got one too. It is not great. Man, this card could have
I like
been
the treasure
alchemized.
theme. Yeah, it could have been.
Oh,
Probably would have been.
It's a 1 black 1 with 3 abilities, but all of them suck. You know?
Menace is useful. Menace gives you evasion.
Oh, of course, Menace is fine. But 1 to black tap, pay life, create treasure. That's such a steep cost for such a minor, you know. That's not great. I don't think I'm saying anything groundbreaking when I say 2 mana for a treasure is kind of not great.
And a life, too.
Yeah, end of life. Anyway, we'll go for Briarbridge Tracker. Hopefully it resolves. Cool. ETB investigate. I'm tempted just to Rabid Bite and keep going, just Rumble, but I don't think it's worth it to use on the Paladin.
No,
He
we
wants to
gotta,
pay
we gotta be
life.
patient.
He's gonna pay life and create treasure. I really should have attacked into it. But being able to cast Storm the Festival next turn is gonna be absolutely game changing, I think. So I think I'm okay with, you know, sitting
Being
back for
patient
now.
and waiting. Yep. I like that.
I do think they could have alchemized Forsworn Paladin. Like, the 3rd ability is kind of irrelevant. Getting 2-0 and gaining Death Touch is fine, I guess.
Potential death touch. It was spent from a treasure. They tried, I feel like, to go with a treasure sub-theme, then didn't put enough effort into it. Or
Well,
at least making enough effort into the treasure payoffs. Only
yeah,
two,
that's its
to my
issue. Well,
knowledge.
the thing is, the payoff is the fact that it's a mana, you know? It's like how Surveil back in Guilds of Ravnica didn't have a payoff. Because the payoff was the mana. Oh, see ya, old Mawbones. That sucks. Man, all we got was a land ascendant pack later. Great Storm the Festival we got there. I'm gonna use the Lotus Cobra for the Blizzard draw. Because I don't really want to see him 2 for us with the Prior Bridge Tracker going down. Anyway, we get to rumble for
clear,
7.
Though, yeah. Until you hit him, the most amount of damage was actually dealt to himself.
Because it was only 2 damage, Colin.
No, but it's still kind of funny. He's his own worst enemy for a little bit.
Thing is, he's got 7 mana. Like, it's not nothing. Don't know why you're playing Shimmer.
That is a lot.
I don't know why you're playing Shimmer Drift Veil and Uncharted Haven in a 2-color deck.
Demir, yeah, and just 2-color.
I think there's plenty of duels for. Oh no, if he was playing the 3rd color, he definitely would have named them. I think with the treasures you have.
Sure.
Along with that, there's very little reason to run those because you do have treasures. It just puts you a turn behind for very little reason. Anyway, Lost Spider Queen for our opponent.
Yeah.
Easily one of the more dangerous cards they could have played.
Generous one.
Thing with a Rabid Bite one of the tokens. Except for Rabid Bite's a sorcery, so we're just gonna crack the clue. Forgot that was a sorcery, that's my bad. Alright, Ranger class.
The Hydra's gonna tapped, unfortunately.
Yep. So here's the
Doesn't matter.
drill.
This is the Power Blows Cobra, by the way. Because every time you get a land, you get 2.
Yeah, it's very strong. Round 7, gonna immediately create a token. Gonna use Rabid Bite to take down one of his tokens. I don't really like trading my pack leader. However, I think we're gonna have to. We'll send both the pack leader and the Cobra at the loft to make sure that thing goes down. Bridge at his face. If he wants to, he can trade. I think he will for the pack leader. I don't know what I would do in this situation. I definitely would try to trade for the pack leader.
I would have gotten 3 cards. Then pack leader, Rabid Bite, and...
Exactly, Loft is such a brutal play, and along with that, it draws you cards.
Yeah.
It's just so...
Well, they didn't use the draw cards, though.
They weren't able to. Another duel, so I don't know what this guy's thinking. Especially when you're playing a dual color deck, I think you only should be rocking those duels. And maybe, you know, Takenoma, the other legendary lands, I think they're fine.
Which is, not Odawara, it's a Django.
No, it's Ottawara.
Yeah, my bad. Odawara is the blue one. I'm...
Django's white.
Yeah.
I guess the mana lands too. Thing is, there's the moral of the story is there's plenty of other non-basics. I don't know why you're rocking ones that enter tap because he's dead. Like, he played a turn behind every single turn, and he's also on the draw hall. You know, he just couldn't stop the power because he died with like what 4 cards in hand. I don't know what those cards were.
Outflow.
However, it's just Magic is a tempo game, and if you can't play your spells on time, you're gonna lose that tempo game, and you're gonna lose the game because of it. You saw us using all of our mana efficiently, or all of our land mana, I should say, not our treasures. Because that's a whole argument there. But you saw us using all of our lands almost every turn. So it's very difficult when you're getting that kind of mana usage. It's so difficult to come back from that, especially when every land you have enters tapped. They kind of brought that on themselves by running Shimmerdrift Veil and the Hive of the Dragon Queen and what was the other one? Uncharted Haven. You don't need
really slow for no reason.
You don't need that fixing a dual color deck. It's just not worth it. I mean, it sounds like I'm ranting about it. Maybe he's a new player. Maybe he's like, oh man, you know, I can make sure I get whatever lands I want, and I need that. But I don't know. I don't think that's worth it, and clearly it wasn't because he lost that game because of it. I mean, I'd say in Commander it's probably more worth it to run, you know, duels, obviously, even if they enter tapped, even their slow lands, you know? Say you're running Gruul and you're running Rugged Highlands or, what's the other one? Timber Gorge. I think that's fine. You know, not everyone has... Hell, I do that. Not everyone has the budget for, you know, the $30, $40 lands that you supposedly need. That's where the money is in Modern, by the way. That's why the shock lands are still $40. Yeah, that's beside the point.
Yeah, because those go in freaking everything.
Oh, this is gonna have to be a mulligan. That's all 4 drops. That ain't happening. I mean, obviously the issue with Singleton, you could have your early game, your late game, or your mid. If you only have them, it's not gonna be a good game for you.
Alright, let's see, Corey, if you can guess. What is the most expensive shock land?
It's the Is It one, Colin.
I gotta put this out.
It's always been the Is It one. These are ones always most expensive.
Let me just see average.
Oh crap, late pause. Oh no.
Actually wrong.
It's not the Is It one? What is it, Golgari?
It's not the Is It one. No.
Is it
So
Golgari?
if we're going off of the Zendikar Expeditions,
Colin, those are...
Grave, the most expensive. If we go with the not Expeditions, locking in at a high 3682 from Dissension, Blood Crypt.
Oh, Blood Crypt. Alright, that makes sense.
Breeding Pool from Dissension number 2 at 3478. Steam Bends from Guild Pack is 29.99. If you want a Sacred Foundry from Ravnica, that'll run you 26.78. A lot of money.
Yeah, Colin, I hate to say you're wrong, but like, where are you finding this? TCG player?
PG stocks.
Oh, stonks. Alright, that makes more sense.
I do wonder, like, let me go back to stocks, right? Let me see the price trends.
Well, I'm pretty wily for a farm boy.
So the thing about stocks, I think, is they'll let you see. Oh yeah, it'll show you what's going up. Wedding announcement's going up.
Doesn't surprise me. That card's very good.
Let me see. Let's take the Is It one. Let's see, Is It one. Steam Vents.
I didn't like you.
We'll go with the original. We'll go with the original Ravnica, Return to Ravnica Steam Vents. All-time high was $20.
Oh crap, Haphazard Caretaker. Oh no.
It actually started, right? It started out at 1671.
So I think we just lose. Haphazard Caretaker's a 9/9 with hexproof that puts 2 counters on. We just.
Yeah, that sucks. I'll start focusing again, I promise.
I think we have our way out though, because Unnatural Growth doubles your power and toughness. Seraph Viper's Fang gives half the creatures. It'll. Well, alright, sure. But we have 14 power and toughness here, Colin. Well, we can kill it. Thing is, we have so many. We have the Ovenwald Oddity, which will have Death Touch and Trample. Pack Leader, which can gain Death Touch and Trample. Or can gain Trample. I think if we can tank this hit and just have all 3 of these pieces live, I think we just win the game. Because Death Touch and Trample is a brutal combo.
As of right now, we can only deal 10 damage for it. Is that 20?
Colin, the power and toughness is doubled.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
Intrepid Adversary, that may just be the game though. We'll see.
That is 2 anthems right there.
Yep. And that, well, the more annoying part's the lifelink. I think I just gotta go for it. We're gonna lose this game. I'm gonna activate. Go to combat. Nope, it's not enough.
Here we go. Cards on the table.
It's not enough. He has to literally let everything through. That's only 18 damage anyway. If he chooses not to block, he will die, but I can't imagine why he wouldn't
Yeah,
block.
because if he just blocks Seraph, he wins. Oh well.
Damn, dude. Issue is that Aggro Caretaker's borderline impossible to deal with in a creature-based deck.
So good too.
Because the fact is, it's a hexproof and it's a 6-drop hexproof 6/6. My ETBs puts 2 counters on other creature you control. Only control can deal with that, because only control will have the board wipe for it. The 2 counters is insane, because, you know, suddenly the other creature you control is now huge. If it flips, that's 2 counters on your whole board. That's game ending, dude. You could have just said, destroy target aggro deck, and it would have been the same card. There's very few ways for aggro to deal with that.
Very good.
I mean,
It's tough to do.
I don't even think it needed hexproof, and the fact that when it flips, it gives all permanents you control hexproof. It's just game ending. Like I said, I think control is the only deck that can actively deal with it. Just by logic of, alright, cool, I board wipe, you know? And even then, it has to be Blood on the Snow, Doomscar. Alright, fine, there's a billion board wipes in standard. It just can't be Meat Hook Massacre. It just grows too fast for it. Shit. So, I'm tempted to keep this because In Search of Greatness will scry our lands. So I think I'm going to keep this. This is a horrible idea, really shouldn't be keeping it. But I do believe in Search of Greatness, and the fact we got another land is huge.
Yeah, I think that it was a little dicey for a second, but
It was, but like I said,
make it out.
dude, In Search of Greatness will scry us to our lands. It looks like Boros aggro, so maybe we're screwed. But I think we're fine. Garbage Tracker is a free spell off the In Search of Greatness, by the way. We just get to play it for free. Or we get to cast it for free. And then if we can get a 4, then that's a... Nope, rip apart, it's destroyed. Shit! It's literally... Come on, man!
It's not a bad card at all. I like that.
Oh, get fucked. I hate... Just...
Fire Ignition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the fuck you want me to do against this goddamn card? I can't tell you how much I hate this stupid fucking card. Like,
If you want to talk about, I know we were talking about artificially good.
Yes, this is the definition of artificially good. Holy shit. Maul of Skyclaves. It's like this guy looked up, made a deck, like, what pisses Corey off the most? Angel Fire Ignition, Maul of Skyclaves. You know, rip apart to destroy his enchantment. We need Blizzard Brawl now. And that's not Blizzard Brawl, so we're probably fucked. Perfect. We're dead, because he's gonna get... Just goddammit. Alright, okay, Red and 7. Because at least it gives a reach creature. That's, like, legit our lone way out. Maybe he also attacks the Red and 7. Thing is, it's still a 4/4, so 2 counters makes it, what? 8? So we take 8? Fucking cool, dude. God, I hate Angel Fire Ignition so fucking much. This is why we're PG-13, by the way, because I just... God, fuck this card. Why does it need Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, First Strike, Indestructible? Why?
And haste,
why?
it gives haste, too.
Yeah, and haste. Didn't have enough abilities for you? Fucking hell. Oh, and Flashback, too, because you can't have too much of a bad time. Well, there's a Rabid Bite way too late. Because of the First Strike, we can't even deal with it right now. Shit, dude. Just shit, we lose.
I just... I don't know. I don't know what card would work here.
I don't think a Seeker's Sheriff's the right play, but like, I'm gonna play it. I know, just run... It's either, you know, this shit, Alright, screw it. We take the 8 and maybe we kill him on a crackback. Because we do have Froghemoth in our hand. So we may just win the game. We'll see. Faceless is not the way to go, unfortunately.
It does have a Frost dragon back too.
I see it. I see it. Well, I think the new plan is we're going to attack with just the Chariot, the Froghemoth, and the Tracker. Because that'll ensure he won't just get the kill on us. And we'll also
You'll
have...
5/5 back too, yeah.
Exactly.
This is the power, by the way, of the Secret Chariot and...
Oh, it's so
Friends Seven
brutal.
combined. You just keep making...
Fuck me, dude! The Wandering Emperor!
What the heck?
Well, we
Why
just
is this
lose, I
one
guess.
Always has
Must
all the answers.
contend with
I know,
me.
man. I was gonna get rid of the Froghemoth, which I don't think's the right choice, but doesn't really matter too much.
You're done.
I mean, he takes a bit of a hit.
He's still above starting life total.
Exactly, Overhead Helm. It's actually... That may have been a mistake from our opponent. I don't know. Because... Yeah, he puts a counter line on that Usher, but...
I think we can start attacking with one of the tree folk.
No, we can't, Colin. You see that Cave of the Frost hide in the back there?
Oh, right, yeah, duh. Alright. Come on, you're right.
We gotta just perpetually make more Tree Folk and pray we can get through this. Jesper Sentinel's actually huge.
You could play the Cultivator Colossus, and it comes down, but it doesn't really do much.
It doesn't.
I think we might... Oh, man. Should we ninjutsu with the Spring Leaf, or would that just end up, like, killing us, too?
Well, currently, all we can do is keep making more tokens of the Seeker's Chariots. Or of the Tree Folk.
Yeah, the Tree Folk.
Though the thing is, next turn, we can... Because if I just play Jaspara Sentinel, it means that we can jump with the... Oh, Kyude. Fucking Kyude. Another turn permanent gains indestructible. Oh, that's fine.
The issue is it's flying.
Doesn't matter, we have Rabid Bite.
We're gonna have to burn a Rabid Bite, yeah.
For this?
Well, that's fine. Rabid Bite takes down Kyude and he loses the Overhead Helm. And then we just play Jaspara Sentinel. I think we may have just turned this around. He needs to brick on this turn, but we may have just turned this game around. Captain Everheart doesn't do much good, I don't think.
And it's still cool. It's still 1 mana, 2 mana, 1/1.
Yeah, you can't attack. Alright, cool.
Yeah, and he can't attack either.
We may have just gotten through. Oh, fall doll bones. Alright. Just gonna slam it.
Roll 7/7.
So now we're at impasse.
Yeah, now we're at a board stall. So now we're just sitting and waiting until one of us gets something that can go through.
Well, let's think.
only
We
have
still
3
have...
blockers.
You're right. And we still have Inscription of Abundance, and we still have Blizzard Brawl. So, and we still have, well, we're not gonna get wolves that big, so ignore that, but...
Could end up getting... If we get a land here, we can go Cultivator Colossus into 2 lands, potentially.
It could be a lot more.
Could be a lot more, of course, yeah.
Those tree folk
2
could be
lands, and that makes
huge.
the tree folk turn into... Well, we need 3 lands to get the tree folk to be 9/9s. Even
Well,
then, they'll still die.
It just needs to be an 8, though. If they're at least an 8, or
It needs to be a 9, he's got first strike.
one needs to be at least... No, if it's an 8, doesn't matter, we
Oh,
double
yeah,
block.
right. Double block, right.
Inscription also just gains us 9 life.
Yeah, we'll also gain 9 life, yeah.
Man, if we pull this out of our ass, this will be huge.
This will be crazy, especially with the start that we had, where he had all the answers plus Angel Fire Ignition.
Exactly.
Up to over 30 life at one time.
Yeah. I'm shocked he used Kyude to give, it didn't matter in the end, but I'm shocked he used it to give Ogre Head Helm Indestructible. Because it says target permanent, so you can give the Wanderer Indestructible. The Wanderer, the way Planeswalkers work, I could be mistaken here, so correct me if I'm wrong. However, if you gave that Wanderer Indestructible, then I do believe it would just stuck around. Which could have been the game.
Yeah, and you could... She was at a 1, too. You could minus her, and she'd be at 0.
No, she was at 0. Colin, she was dead. She died in combat.
I know. No, but also, he could have just, like, +1 and -1 her. Bit of a weird interaction, which is why not many people give Indestructible to Planeswalkers.
Don't think that's the reason specifically, but
That's my reason.
Anyway, so Ranger class is our draw. It's fine. I think our opponent may be AFK, because his whole turn just timed out. So not only did we just beat him, but we caused him to rage badly.
You
I think
raged so hard that Mole Skyclaves didn't win.
I mean, he had it. That should have been a win for him. We just got lucky.
Yeah, how many times you have Mole Skyclaves and Angel Fire Ignition twice on the same creature and still lose?
I know, especially with the Wanderer too. I thought that was brutal, getting rid of the Froghemoth. But Asika's Chariot just making red and 7 tokens is still so game changing, you know? He's dead, we got there!
Yeah.
I just...
You can see it over Ranger class, though. That's what
No,
made
Colin,
him
he timed out.
I know he timed out, but what made him concede?
No, what made him concede was the fact that we had enough dudes to block. He couldn't. He came to an impasse and
an elemental wall, an elemental tree folk wall.
Well, kind of. Only kind of though. Only kind of. I'm shocked he just let himself time out. He probably alt F4'd in a rage. That's the only thing I can think of.
Funny.
I mean, oof. We stay alive, dude. Replicating ring. That's fine. It's fine. Times it's 1:30. All right, cool.
Ring too.
Cool. We can get through this. Yeah, no. So replicating ring's cool, but it doesn't. It takes so long for it to replicate itself that it doesn't matter how much mana it can produce. You probably don't need it at that point. I'm sure there's ways to proliferate, ways to make it broken, but I don't really think that's necessarily the right way to go. Yep, I forgot the pack, didn't I? Damn it. It's fine. We're gonna mulligan this. We're gonna win. We're gonna crack 2 of them. I feel comfortable putting land on the bottom here because we do have Jaspara's Sentinel and Azusa's Many Journeys. We drew the land anyway, so it's
a big
fine.
risk. Yeah. Usually bottom of land if I have a hand like that. You have everything to play essentially.
Fading Hope to
Especially with
Jaspara's
the treasures
Sentinel.
like this. Having treasures in this game mode makes it so much less risky to just bomb the land off a mulligan. So less of a risk.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, Jesus, dude. So you pay for
It
1.
never
Well,
gets full.
we'll pay the 1, dude. Get fucked. You forgot the treasure was that we already had, so I don't. I'm confused.
Yeah, we'll fight over Azusa, that's fine.
Well, the thing is, it's fine. I don't want to. I just made him discard a card. He paid 1 and a blue to blow up a treasure.
Hey, I
Remember
told you,
Desert-
one
Desert
green to blow the
Doom?
treasure would have worked too.
And now we play Faceless Haven, we play Venom 7. And we can kill Limerith in combat.
Ooh, Scary Tree Folk. Ooh, it's back again, guys. Back again.
I mean, it's just such a brutal card, and if he attacks, we just double block it. He could have removal, and that's fine.
Yeah, but in the end, he's only really taken out Jaspara's Sentinel.
Exactly. And he just... Sure, we took out Limerith. I mean... Malevolent Hermit's cool,
So that's
but
how
I
you
don't
kill a
really
dragon.
care. Aberbook Caretaker was the draw. Can't cast it, I don't think. Oh, no, we can. Because we have the...
Jaspara's Sentinel.
Oh, I don't really want to use the Jespire Sentinel and tap the
You could
Likeness
just
of the
plus
Seer
the Ren
just
7,
yet.
yeah.
That is the plan. We'll slam Aberbook Caretaker. We'll lose the treasure, but we immediately get the treasure back anyway. Off the high score emblem. The DJ. Yeah, he'll counter it, that's fine. Alright, well.
Coming. Oh well.
Sure, I'll trade Jespire Sentinel for the Malevolent Hermit. I don't think I care.
I've only gotten one card left in hand and a control
Exactly.
deck that's
Exactly.
one creature on the field, no planeswalkers, he's out of it.
If he spends his
Not
whole
really out of
turn,
it, like screwed.
if he spends his whole turn with Benevolent Geist, I don't think we care. I think that's absolutely fine. Attempt to play Lotus Cobra, that resolves. Forest. Green. Tracker. May as well +1. I forgot to do that earlier. That was dumb of me. And the 2 forests. Storm the Festivals in Exile. Anyway, we'll jam with the Likeness of the Seer. I don't think he blocks, but if he does, we can play the Adversary, make it huge. He's not in good shape. I mean, he has 5 mana open. If he attacks the Ren 7, he takes 7. Ren 7 still lives, so it's still getting lands.
We may bend, but
Soaring the Mirthless is very nice. Making a 2/3 lifelinker is huge. Drawing a card. I don't think I would have gone to the card draw option.
He's out of cards in hand though. He needed something. The Bankbuster is not going to be exactly the card that you need. Here's your question:
now
do you
easy right now.
slam the Overmold Oddity and roll crap load of damage?
You know it, dude. He's gonna take 1 billion here. I can even just play the Adversary and put a counter on it, so I think I'm gonna do that. So that's what, 7, well 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so it's 13. I'd rather him not get another draw, so we'll send the Briar Bridge.
If you send just the Lotus Cobra and the Seeker, I think that's going to be...
Yep, that's enough to kill the Soren.
That's perfect.
Balance may never be restored now.
So Soren's dead. I mean, if he board wipes, he board wipes, but yeah, he's dead. No chance. I think the turning point was when I decided to trade that Limerith for a Tree Folk. I think that was a terrible idea at that point.
Through and those things were gonna grow.
Of course, I think that's fine, but still, that's gotta be the turning point, though, right? Like, that point was out of cards in hand, out of creatures on the board, had nothing going. I mean, it helped it only hit straight gas, so like, that didn't go well
Yeah,
for
that
him.
was huge. Yeah, only drawing good stuff.
We found out the way to beat the game. Just draw gas. Oh,
Don't
no.
need no lands.
Please don't.
Only
Arena,
good
when we
spells.
cancel, Arena cancel. We need 2 packs. We need 2 packs. Ah! Did I cancel in time?
Just in time, it looks like.
Alright, cool. I didn't think I got there, man. Arena is so bad with the cancel button. Anyway, right, it's your turn? What pack would you like to crack?
Maybe. Let's keep going with Kamigawa.
Kamigawa, you got it. Alright, what do you think the rare is going to be?
Let's go with, I like Ogrehead Helm.
Ogrehead Helm? I will go with Mindlink Mech. Nope. It's Tameshi Reality Architect. 2 in the blue for 2/3. Whenever 1 or more non-creature permanents are returned to hand, draw a card. This ability triggers once each turn. X and a white.
That's pretty cool.
Bounce a land you control to its owner's hand. Return artifact or enchantment with CMC XOS from your bin to the field. Sorcery speed. Yeah, that card's real good. Getting anything back is, for that mana cost, for that low mana cost, is very good. Even though it bounces a land, I'm sure there's plenty of decks that can take advantage of it. I think it's going to find a nice... We really thought he was going to forget. No, I remember just in the nick of time, don't worry. Let's go back to Kaldheim. Really want to hit these pathways. They're So critical and standard right now. I'm gonna say Hengegate Pathway again. What do you think, Colin?
Let's go with the Bolt Cosmic Imposter / Valky God of Lies. No, it's the other way around, because Valky's technically the face upside.
You're correct, but wasn't
Toski.
either. It was Toski. Bearer Secrets. Don't know why it's called
Even
Bearer
point out,
Secrets.
Strix
He is
also
not a
has the
bear.
pathways too.
Strixhaven does not have the pathways, I believe.
Really? Oh no, it's
Zendikar. Zendikar has the
Zendikar.
pathways.
My bad. I want to point out too with Toski. You really want him to be Toski Squirreler of Secrets? That's a word.
Yes, Squirrel means to hide away.
Also musical. It's also a musical artist.
That's a terrible
It's
name.
Squealer.
Did the guy not know he could choose any name he wanted? Alright, whatever. Let's get back into this. It's about 1:40. We have time for another couple games. Provided Arena loads us in, at least. Can't really do much on the loading screen. So who do you guys want to raid today? Like I said, I'd like to keep it with Magic streamers, so you can kind of plan it a little in advance. That would be great. Don't really want to have to scramble at the end there to find something. I don't know if any other Magic streamers are
I'm on
live
it.
for you, Nick. I know it's only going to be like us three, so whatever. It's fine. Gotta start somewhere. At this point, I'd like to say if you're watching either on YouTube or on Twitch, in the video sections, you can just hit follow or subscribe. It'll let you know when I go live. Alright, fine. Thanks for checking,
You
Nick.
could watch
Appreciate it.
Numot the Nummy.
Oh, he's on?
He's on as Magical Air Official.
Kenji's on? Alright, we're raiding Kenji.
Kenji.
That's his name, Kenji Igashira. Did you know that? Numot's one of the original Elder Dragons, I believe. Or not the original, but one of the Elder
okay.
Dragons.
Alright.
He was on game nights a couple times. He played
Yeah, okay,
Numot.
fine. Whatever. I don't watch game nights that often. I did,
Okay.
I wouldn't play so badly, probably.
Alright, well, anyway. Got to mulligan this. No early plays is kind of brutal. Perfect. No early plays is really brutal. We get rid of the Dormant Grove. That does the least.
Yeah, and I don't think you would cast that over a Froghemoth.
No, I don't think so either. I was gonna play Versailles, who endures. I don't think I had a chance to use it. That was a huge draw, the Ranger class. That means we can get Froghemoth down next turn. Am I? No, we can only get a 4-drop. My bad.
You can only get a 4-drop, so Briarbridge Tracker is going to set the high score, and then you can smash it, I think, with a Caretaker. Hopefully.
Yeah,
You get a land.
yeah. Caretaker's gonna be
No,
dangerous.
Froghemoth isn't bad.
Thing is, I think Toski's just a little better. But I'm just gonna play the Briarbridge Tracker, especially since I just immediately went to combat like a dumbass.
Yeah, that wasn't right. Not a good play.
It's fine. We're still fine. It's still good. It's still good. It means we can just slam Froghemoth next turn, or Toski, whichever one we want. I'm leaning towards Toski. Gonna be a little...
But just keep setting high scores.
Yeah, just to get that value going. I mean... You can bash and versus the Briarbridge Tracker, and I think that's the best removal he's got for the Toski gone. At least, I think so. So it means that we do get to...
There's March of Otherworldly Light, too, which works.
Yeah, but that's a lot of mana. Toski's a 4-drop.
4 mana to get it, yeah.
He'd have to exile a ton of cards from his hand. Not saying that's not doable. Baleful Mastery is another one, apparently. So Toski's gone. We do hit a land, though, so that's nice. Get another 2 damage in with that. Wolf. I'm gonna play Ilsean Caryatid. Just to... Even though it burns a treasure, hopefully we'll get it back next turn. Commits a little more to the board.
It's kind of funny. You did say Toski would draw us a card, so Toski drew us a card.
It did draw us a card. Ugh, what an announcement. But it's not gonna matter. Frog, Hemoth, the big guy, Trample Haste.
You still have enough to activate the Ranger class too.
Always have a backup plan. Why is he saying that? I do have enough to activate. However, I'd rather use the Ilsean Caryatid to crack the Quill. I think that's a bit more useful. You get to exile both the Vanishing Verse and the Baleful Master, gain us 2 life. Prevents a Leer flashback in the future, provided there's a Leer. Caryatid should tap for 2. You deal a creature with power 4 or greater, so it's a free crack of the Quill. Also means we don't have to burn treasure just yet.
Celestis. I don't think that's his backup plan though.
Yeah, I think he was probably talking about himself. I don't know. I don't think he was talking about me, considering he didn't have a removal spell.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're just gonna slam Aggro Caretaker and say good luck, dude. I mean, there's not a lot you can do to this thing, short of a board wipe. Especially with the Celestis, it's probably gonna switch from day to night often. Too flashy to ignore, too fast to catch. I genuinely don't know what the hell this dude's talking about. We'll send the Frog Hemoth and the Wolf at him. The Wanderer, I guess, will take out Frog Hemoth, which sucks, but it still leaves.
I'm not overcooked. You're just underwhelming.
Still leaves the Aggro
This
Caretaker
is what
behind.
you get for hurting my people.
Double green for the Caryatid for In Search of Greatness. That scry is really going to help us in the late game. Or, well, later on. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty good at this point. I know he's got Wanderer on the field. It's tricky. I mean, when he announces it's gonna trigger,
For
it's
Caretaker,
gonna be
yeah,
super
having
annoying.
Hexproof too.
Yeah, I mean, Caretaker, hopefully, if it flips, 2 counters on the combat, along with everything having hexproof, is game-changing.
Back to Wanderer.
The fact that he's negative,
Let your
the
blade
fact that he's using the negative on the Wanderer to kill it off means that he can't protect it. That should change to Night, which is huge, because everything has hexproof on our side now. Scry the 1 from the In Search of Greatness. Don't really want the Lotus Cobra, unfortunately. So we'll get a land instead, which is fine. It means we can activate Ranger class twice, and still have mana left over to potentially cast something big. Ferocious Pup is nice. I'm gonna play it so it gets the counter.
My thing is, he could just use Celestis to shrink our giant 6/6, turn it back into a 4/4.
Well, it'll be a 6/6 anyway.
Yeah, it'll still be a 6/6 now.
I think I'm just gonna jam. I mean, if he wants to do that, he can do it. We accidentally changed it into Night anyway. I'm just gonna put more counters on this thing. It's the only hexproof creature we've got. I know he can double block to kill the Caryatid. He can trade for the Caryatid, that's fine. The fact that it's all blocking like that is kind of telling he might have a board wipe. If he does, he does. I'm just hoping that Ranger class
We do
will
have
get
the
up.
Ranger class, yeah. Hopefully it'll live through that.
Ugh. Discover the formula. Seek 3 Nottling cards. The Nottling cards gain 1 less to cast. And he found that Doomscarf, which is unfortunate. That's the lone way that Control has to deal with that threat. And a Professor Onyx as well. Jesus. Discover the Formula is such a dangerous card. I know it's a 6-drop, but draw 3 and then all of them gain 1 less to cast is so brutal.
There's gotta be something useful. Ugh.
Yeah, I feel that way, Anna. I'll get rid of Larry the Hydra. I know it dodges board wipes pretty well, but really don't want to hit a couple lands.
We need to go a little quicker.
And the fact we're hitting some lands is going to end us, I think. Oh dear. Alright. Well, if we can just churn through the deck a little bit faster, we'd be in a lot better shape. I mean, there's not really a lot we can do at this point. Control has the game locked down. You could argue I should
I
have
hope
held.
that Onyx just kills him somehow.
I mean, it kills him over time, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing for him. It's going to take a long
He's
time. With this Celestis active, it's going to be impossible for him to.
Yeah. Kill himself off. We still have the song Pup Trigger, too.
We do. You're correct. Issue is he blew up our. He didn't just blow it up. He exiled our In Search of Greatness. And it looks like our Ranger class is headed for the next thing. We still haven't gotten a non-land spell off Ranger class.
4 lands in a row, I believe.
I mean,
Or 5 lands in a row.
there's not a lot we can do about that, unfortunately. I don't know. This game is pretty close to being over. There's not really much we can do about it at this point. AO the Dawn Sky is probably the game right there. If we can find something, maybe we got a chance. We can. Ranger class can be a good chain. It can really chain us well. It's just we need to hit, something. Kato and. Oh my god, we may have just hit something.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So the first thing we need to do is we need to kill that Professor Onyx. It'll fight AO. Frame to not
Murder
tank. So AO goes down. We'll kill those Onyx. I don't think Kaya can exile. He's got Ward 10. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He doesn't have the 10 mana for the Ward. Kill it. Oh Jesus!
I'm literally scrolling through a
That. Sorry about that. I
Right
don't
now.
know what just happened there.
So Liliana gets slightly eaten.
Yeah, Liliana
Looks
gets
like
murdered by the
Vigilance,
Tarask. Trax has Vigilance too. Ward 10, so I don't know if you can pay it.
Oh my god, that was... And we still have,
Wait, how the
on
hell?
top.
Hold on, how do we get AO back?
Oh, yeah, it goes from counter.
Oh, yep, you're right. My bad. We do have Storm the Festival on top, which is going to be critical. Alright. The Trask may have just been exactly what we need to get back into this thing. It's gonna be close, though. Edgar Charmed Groom is also annoying. We gotta hit that Kaya. Or at least attempt to hit Kaya. The Trask will be a 13-13, but it'll have 7 toughness, so we can kill it.
It'll still have it dead.
Clearly you can't attack into the Trask. There's not really... Oh, if only we had Tamio safekeeping in hand. That's fine. We can storm the festival anyway. Springleaf and Werewolf Pack Leader are both nice hits. Gotta land on top. I think we gotta rumble at that Kaya. Our Tarask is going down. And Kaya is just such a good removal magnet. Or such a good
just kill things.
removal on a stick. So the Trask will probably go down. It'll take down Kaya with it. As long as it isn't exiled, we can attack with Springleaf and get it back anyway. Just puts a billion counters on his creatures. So maybe just, if he all blocks, I think that's probably the smart play, right? It's only 12, so it'll still take a hit. We can kill them both off, that's fine. So Kaya will still take a
Kaya's
hit.
still gonna stick around, unfortunately, yeah.
That's true, but he also lost 2 of his creatures.
I can shake it off.
So he creates a 1-1. And Edgar's exiled. I mean, he's not out of the woods just yet. It's a difficult road back for him. So we might just have a chance here.
I think it's actually worse for us because now he has a 5/5, a 4/4, a 2/2, and he's creating 2/2s every turn.
Yeah, I know. Okay, that was all bad.
A tricky situation.
You're right. Like I said, it's difficult for both of us, honestly. This game, he hasn't quite locked down this game just yet. Though Tibalt just exile artifact or creature can get rid of our Springleaf, so maybe
The world tree will be kindled.
I just got
Times
that gets in there. We'll see. Exile artifact creature Springleaf defender. So Springleaf is on. We're left with a 3/3 pack leader. You can't cast the Springleaf, so at least there's that. But Ghost on the Professor Symbiology.
Ghosting feels weird, right?
I had Twitch, and it's just blockers at this point. That's all it needs. Maybe there's a chance he just misses out. Like, honestly, it's probably more likely than us winning the game. Yeah, that's probably the most likely way of us winning the game, short of a miracle. I don't think we can last that long though, especially with a Edgar Markov's casket on the field, 3 planeswalkers, and if we just keep hitting lands off our Ranger class and off our Storm the Festival.
Yeah, it's not looking too great.
Oh, hold control on top though. Yeah, we'll take treasures in that one. Hornclex is on top as well. However, I think Tibalt just gets rid of it.
Could never win a Dryad. You could sacrifice another winner.
I'm gonna have to, I think.
Yeah. To the bottom.
Really love the Hornclex.
Again, he just can't cast it yet.
Now we can.
Well,
You get an emblem.
Now you have to do it.
You get an emblem with whenever you exile. Or whenever you exile a spell, you can cast it. But I really don't want to get that Hornclex, that is for damn sure. So he gets Inscription, which is almost worse. And we get that, which is much worse. He gets a bigger threat in air. He gets to kill one of our creatures with the attack later because he can draw cards. I mean, like I said, it's very, very, not good. Just closes the game faster because he still has 23 cards. Remember, there's a chance he could still mill out. I don't think that's going to happen, so now he's going to take down one of our creatures. See why he made the Flanker huge? Like, I can understand why, I just don't think that's the right play.
Yeah,
I think you want to make the flyer huge, and there's the other guy, which is a game winner. Alright, cool. I think this one's basically over. So, I'm gonna run my outro. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, for being in stream chat, or in voice chat, I should say, Nicholas for being in the stream.
In stream chat. I'm active in stream chat.
And
Back to Nick.
I have a YouTube account, or YouTube channel, Gilgamesh746 on YouTube, Gilgamesh746 on Twitter, both links are in the bio for Twitch, in the description of YouTube videos, if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch and follow, I still have 2 pre-release codes, one for Kamigawa and Dynasty, one for Innistrad Midnight Hunt. Let me know if you've redeemed either of them, which one you'd like. I will send that to you as soon as I can, as long as you follow. Even if you've already redeemed them, or if you're a little too late, I have a ton of codes from Midnight Hunt that will give you a free pack. So again, just let me know, I'll get those as soon as I can. I'm just going to activate Oddity here, there's really no reason not to. I gotta try to take down that Kaya, because Kaya's gonna exile it very soon. I think it just dies. I mean, at this point, the game's locked down. out. I got, I got time. Right, is that about it? Oh, I live stream Mondays and Fridays at noon every time. So if you want to catch me live, that's the best time.
It actually takes some damage here, I think.
It does take damage. However, our audio goes down. He gets Twitch and Professor of Biology's back to his hand. And he has to learn. Thank you for class exhibition twice. This thing's basically over. Yeah, that's... Anything else you can think of, Colin?
I think that about does it. So it's a good stream today, I think.
Yeah, hope so. Soon games are, I'm gonna raid Kenji. Hopefully. He is the top Magic streamer, I believe, if not one of the top. Can't really think of anyone more synonymous with Magic streaming than Kenji, apart from Baby Loading Ready Run.
It's only because you know them well.
That's true.
I'm sure there's plenty of other Magic streamers out there that we don't know.
No, I know. MTG Nerd Girl, blanking. Lady Danger, I know she streams. I believe the Command Zone will stream once in a while. Can't really think of anyone else.
Of course, there's Pancake Pig, our very own Pancaked Pig.
Yeah, my buddy Nick. Have you streamed Arena recently, Nick? I don't know, Gilgamesh is my favorite. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Nick. I appreciate it. I do my best to entertain as me and our audience is 3 people, so I do my best to entertain those 3, I guess. Though I assume that's just me a second time. I don't know. Time warps. That's game over. I'm gonna concede here. No, I'm not sitting out another game. This one's lost, especially since we just have a land on top. I hit the concede button. Game on.
I'm also today, but whatever.
I don't know why it's not letting me concede.
Assassin's sorcery speed, by the way.
I can't concede. I don't mean to be a jerk. I can't concede. I literally can't concede. The game's not letting me. There we go. Jesus.
You didn't have priority.
I guess not. I don't know. I guess the game really just wanted him to say good game back. Anyway.
You forced him to have.
I forced him to have good sport. You can see this. Oh, nope. Now the game's just crashing. Cool. Oh, hang on. It's working. Come on, baby. You can do it. Come on, Arena. Alright, it's moving now. Alright. Man, we always have tech issues at the end of the stream. I don't know why Arena just can't handle it for... I guess 2 hours is the sweet spot. It can't handle past that. I don't know. Right. Let me get Newmont's raid keyed up here. Alright. Got reconfigured. I'm gonna start the raid. Right. We are getting ready to raid here. I'm gonna claim the prizes just so we see what we got. Mirror Box, Surge Hacker Mech, and Lion Sash. Claim those. And I'd like to thank you guys for a good stream. Hope you guys enjoy Newmont the Nummy, playing Magic the Gathering with a raid. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. Alright. Let me at least be on for... Is the raid live, Colin? Did we raid yet, or...?
Yeah, we're raiding. It's followers only chat.
Of course it is. Damn. Alright, well...
I didn't even think your raid message popped